We got scammed by Mercedes, are out a significant amount of money, and have absolutely nothing to show for it. So we bought our Mercedes back in 2025, brand new. We were the original owners. It was a Mercedes Sprinter van, and we were really excited about it. The Mercedes dealership we purchased it from recommended their upfitter, said that he had been working with them for a little while, and they were really happy with him, and so that's who we went with. The upfitter was a really bad experience. A lot of damage was done to the van. I won't get into that. But it was significant enough that Mercedes offered us a trade. So our 2025 van for a brand new 2026 van, the upfitter would pay the difference. And we agreed because, that's a really good deal. And they said they were just trying to make it right. They just wanted us to be happy. And so, yeah, we went with it. So we moved from California to Texas before we could do the trade, and they said that wasn't going to be a problem. We would just ship the van, not a big deal. And so when the van was shipped to them, they called us and let us know, and they did ask us if we could help with the shipping costs. And at that point, we just kind of wanted it to be done with, so we agreed to actually pay the full amount for shipping of both vans. We would ship the new one from California, and then the one we had in Texas, we would ship back to California. And so they did drop off our van in the first week of November, and they had some paperwork in it. They said that we needed to fill it out and send it back. And after they received it, they would send us the MSO because they weren't sending us a title because we were already in Texas. So they didn't really see the point in sending us the title, but they would send the MSO so we could get a title created here in Texas. So we did ship our van back that same day. I left the title and all necessary paperwork inside the van. They received everything, no issues there. They did receive our paperwork that we signed and shipped back to them for the MSO, and we're told that we would be receiving it later that week. So a week went by, and then a few weeks went by, and they kept saying, no, we're going to send it, we're going to send it, we're going to send it. And then they said, oh, we did send it, let me get the tracking, but then that never happened. And then they said that it actually got lost, and they had requested a new one to be made. Not a big deal. And, they said they were going to send it, and they would let us know when they did that. Come towards the end of December, we kept asking, and by that point, they had missed several deadlines of when they were going to send it. And keep in mind, we have this van we don't actually legally own because we don't have the MSO. We can't drive it. So at this point, they have the title of the original van. They actually have all legal paperwork for the new van. It's end of December, beginning of January. They finally told us that they actually were not going to send the MSO because the upfitter had not paid the difference of the vans yet. However, we were told when we made this deal that we wouldn't have to wait for the upfitter to pay. It wasn't our problem. They were going to deal with it on their end. That's not what's happening. We've spoken to managers. We have spoken to the GM, and the GM has said, he's out $30,000 because that's the difference in price in vans, and he needs to get paid. And until he gets paid, he will not release our paperwork. So they have both vans, they have all the legal paperwork, and they have all of the money that we actually paid because the original van was actually paid off. It is now the second week of February, so a little over 3 months since it all started, and we still don't have our paperwork. This isn't about attacking anyone personally, it's about accountability and transparency. We trusted a global brand, we followed all the instructions, and in the end, we're left with absolutely nothing. If you know of any options in a situation like this, we're open to advice. And if this reaches Mercedes-Benz, we're simply asking for the MSO that we were promised.